Good morning, everybody. This is Sarah Grace Nesbitt here with another weekly insight to assist you in cultivating more radical self love and infusing it into every aspect of your life. I've been so excited for today's topic. It came to me last week to be the focus to share in this week's classes and in this video. And every day I've been so excited to get to the point where I could share this with all of you because it's been so life-changing for me. So I've been asked a few times in the last couple of weeks, where do you get your inspiration from? And what I've realized is at some point over the last year, I began to unravel the judgment that I had of my mind and my thoughts. And I speak about this in another video on my YouTube channel or on my blog. You can find my blog at sarahgracenesbitt.com. Same thing on the YouTube channel. It's a blog about releasing inner judgment. It's a video about releasing inner judgment. And so if you're curious about that, you can find that for more insight. But essentially, I realized that for years in spiritual pursuit, in yoga, I had adopted the mentality that I had this horrific monkey mind that I had to somehow clear or quiet or overcome. And so there was this constant idea that, oh, I have this horrible monkey mind. I can't get my mind to sit still. I'll sit down to meditation, and all of a sudden I have all of these thoughts going on, and so I really had judgment. I really fiercely judged my thoughts in my mind. I also thought that I had certain thoughts that weren't spiritual, that weren't pure, that weren't God, that weren't divinity, love, whatever word you want to use if God is a trigger word for you. And so one day I just started to say, well, what if within my mind is the brilliance of the universe, the brilliance of divinity expressing itself in every single thought, in every emotion, in every feeling that flickers through my mind. And this was really profound for me because it started to release this grip of, oh my God, my mind is some horrible part of me that I have to get rid of and overcome. The mind is incredible. And when we give ourselves permission to start softening some of that judgment we have of our thoughts and our mind, and begin to recognize every thought as the brilliance of divinity expressing itself, it's a game changer. It completely changes your relationship with your mind and your thoughts, and you start to welcome all of your thoughts, whatever they may be. And I remember one night I was laying in bed, and just in that state before you're kind of fully asleep, I started to get these really disturbing visuals in my mind, like kind of like monster-esque visuals. And in the past, I would have had this come up, and I would have instantly gone into some clearing meditation, like, oh God, that's weird and dark, and I shouldn't be having that come to mind. So clear. And which essentially is judging, right? It's essentially saying, I don't really trust that this is divinity expressing itself. I want to get away from this. I'm judging this. This must be bad. And in this moment, instead of going into that clearing process, I paused and I had the flash of like a Harry Potter movie or Lord of the Rings, and thinking about these people on this planet that create these beautifully horrific creatures, right? These monsters in movies that are so, on one hand, grotesque and maybe not enjoyable to look at, but at the same time, there's a sense of beauty in them. There's a sense of beauty in what people are able to create, and a sense of beauty in what people are able to dream up. And so I started to allow myself to shift into that perspective, like, oh, well, what if this is just a part of my creativity expressing itself? And just because it's not in a pretty, rainbows and butterflies form, why does that make it any less? And so again, another really profound moment for me, and in doing so and allowing that to just be, and in recognizing that as the brilliance of the universe expressing its creativity, it's really helped to open up all levels of my creativity, and allows so much more to come through, because now I'm no longer filtering it or judging it. So that was another big, profound insight. And then the final one, that again, total game changer, was my entire life I have looked to psychics and clairvoyance and clairaudience and been so envious. Like, I want to have these incredible dialogues with angels and spirit. I want to see ascended masters. I want to have, the voice of God booming through me. I want to be a clear channel. And so whenever I would have like a big question or complication in my life, I would go seek someone to get their insight. And what I started to realize is, what if I already am a clear channel? I already am all of these things, psychic or whatever, that I've envied in other people. But the key is that it's always come through my own voice. The guidance, the intuition, the channeling, the downloads have always come through my own voice. And so I was never able to have this sense of separation as, oh, this is something greater than me coming through. I just always thought that this is just my own monkey mind crazy thoughts, and maybe some of it is worth sharing and maybe some of it isn't. And so the more I started to realize and recognize, wow, what if I already am so intuitive? What if I already am all of these things and it's simply coming through my own voice? And again, total game changer, because it allowed me to start like really paying attention and trusting and allowing all of my thoughts to come through, and to really begin running with them, instead of holding everything back. I really started to put it all out there in these videos and my blogs. If I'm hiking and I have my phone and something comes to me, I'll record it in my phone, in an audio recording. And I just started to receive everything coming through me as divine inspiration. And I just started documenting it all in one form or another, whatever I have access to. And again, the more that I did this, the more clear it became. The more I recognized, wow, this really is, the magnificence of the universe expressing itself through me. And it's valuable, and it's coming through me to be shared. And it's my responsibility to document it in whatever way that I can, and then share it with as many people as I can. So again, these were all just so monumental shifts for me, and they've really taken me to this place of trusting and honoring all that comes through me, and releasing and unraveling that judgment of certain thoughts being good or bad or not creative. So I offer that to you. I offer those three things to you. What if you are already receiving profound intuition and insight, but it comes through your own voice? So I hope those are helpful for you. I'll leave you with one final invocation that I use that, again, has just inspired incredible shifts and really miracles of perspective into my life. And that is, today I intend to see the light of divinity in all. And when I invoke this, I am instantly in a state of recognition of the beauty of divinity all around me and all within me. So I offer that to you to perhaps explore invoking throughout your day today or the days to come, and to begin recognizing that there is already so much inspiration flowing through you all day long, through your own mind, through your own thoughts, and it's coming through you to be shared with the world. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Like I mentioned earlier, feel free to go over to sarahgracenesbitt.com to check out the website, blog. I will have some exciting new programs coming up very shortly, so stay tuned. You can sign up for my newsletter on my website, and I look forward to connecting with all of you next week. Have a wonderful day. Much love to you.